Oh, I forgot to reset
just
all
so you're
my
not
scoring crap.
caught off
Hold
guard
on.
by anything.
I forgot to reset the score for this week.
Oh
my
God!
God.
Deal with it.
Nope, it's cat episode.
Okay.
All caps.
What
could
is
not-
that?
Is that a cat in heat or something? What? Like, Jesus. Is that you?
Is that the
No.
sound
Say-
that Ocelot makes?
It is.
Okay.
I could not.
Things.
I honestly would. Thinking about the episode, I honestly thought about going with Metal Gear Solid 3, but Ocelot's not actually a cat,
No, he's not.
and there is no actual cat in the game.
It's
So.
a crocodile.
There's a lot of snakes,
Yeah.
but no cat.
I thought that sound was familiar.
Still, good sound. Oh wait, missed it. You got to play that game. It catches you off guard. Like, why is this awesome soldier doing that?
Yeah. It's so good.
Like twirling pistols, and then he just gets upset.
I was gonna say, like, pretty much the only thing I know about Metal Gear Solid 3 other than... Okay, well, I know a lot, but the one thing that I always think about... Well, because I was just like, I only know this. Well, no, because I know... The one thing I always think about is that GIF you had as your signature for the longest time of him just... And then walking away.
Yeah. It's a great, it's a great signature. That's all you need, but also this. Johnny, how we doing?
I'm ready to start. I'm waiting on these cat noises to end.
It ain't gonna end, pal.
All right.
Jeez, looking for those cat noises to fight like you're trying to start a cat fight in here.
All right.
It's gonna punctuate every joke.
Countdown time.
Gonna
5,
ruin the show.
4, 3, 2, 1. Meow. Damn it.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh yeah, welcome back to Game That Tune, everybody. Oh, what is going on? It's your boy John Harrington here. We got John Regan alongside me. Say hey.
Meow.
Okay, yeah, do that. Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Okay, do that.
Already botching the theme. We got Jesse Moore. Say meow.
Meow.
Yeah, and we got David Fleming. Also say meow.
I
Wow,
was going for like a tiger roar.
like an MGM thing. I get it. Fantastic. That awkward intro means it's time for tonight's fantastic show. And if you're just joining us on Game That Tune,
We're sorry.
you don't understand what's going on
Very
yet.
confused.
Yeah. Just a bunch of grown men making cat noises. Nothing out of the ordinary for Game That Tune, that's for sure.
90
pussy
minutes.
in here.
90 minutes of four guys
exactly.
just making cat sounds.
Yeah. I got 90 primetime minutes on a Wednesday to spend watching these guys make cat sounds. No problem.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I haven't made a single cat meow.
Yeah. But so what we do around here is we listen to video game music. We've each got 3 songs from a game. We try and guess the game based on the songs, a little bit of trivia, goof off, have a lot of fun. The winner picks the theme for the next episode and plays a bonus tune. And I won last week's episode, and inspired by a previous episode, I decided that the theme needed to be games with cats. We had a cat game in one of our previous shows, and it was just so fantastic that I thought, should we have playable cats? No, that's too broad. I just want cats. Any cat. Doesn't matter what role the cat plays in the game. there's just got to be a cat in the game. So, we might have playable cats, might just have, there's a cat hanging out in the background, like on the show right now. There's just a cat on screen. You don't know what he's doing, but he's not playing the game unless he is. Jesse, is your cat going to take over for you for the rest of the show? That'd be pretty dope.
I don't think she wants to.
Okay, she's no expert on video game music, but
No,
then again, neither are we. So
I love the idea of all night Jesse is holding his mic up to his cat, like, "Come on, say something."
Yeah, say it. Come on. Yeah, it's a hat trick. Say it.
The cat trick.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, we got a ridiculous ass show lined up. We got great tunes, great games, and a lot of fun coming up. So Johnny, I say we just start right now.
Game 1.
Meow, that's some fun music.
Well done, sir.
I just realized what this might be, and I'm kind of upset.
I hate cats.
Man, that song kind of took a turn. Got a little groovy there.
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Little cat groove.
So let's see here. In a
That
retrospective
was the whole kit
review.
and caboodle.
Oh. In a retrospective review of this game, all game editor Brett Allen Weiss described the game as an average and unimaginative action game that's cute and not very funny. Do you guys need any more hints or trivia?
Probably, but I mean,
If you got it.
Basically, the whole thing where I said it's not very funny, that's the thing you should be keying in on.
You.
Fuck.
If you can think of a cat that's not very funny.
Oh, wait.
Great. Already, whatever. Wrote down the answer.
All
Let's
right.
have it.
Let's see it.
Fuck this.
David says Bubsy, which is incorrect. Jesse and John. I'm sorry, John says Bubsy, which is incorrect. Jesse says Garfield, which is correct. This is Garfield caught in the act.
I would say that once you said a cat that wasn't funny, I wanted to change my answer to Heathcliff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that cat is not funny. I find Garfield very enjoyable.
Yeah, man. Fuck you for taking a shot at Garfield like that.
Yeah. Why don't you
Really?
eat a dick?
Yeah.
How about a big lasagna full of dicks on Monday? And then we'll
dude.
ship your ass to Abu Dhabi.
And I should.
Right meow.
I need to point out. I tagged this as me, but this is really a request from frequent requester and superfan Delition_Hikari on Twitter. This is from Dell.
Super.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a quick Googling of Sega cat game, and it was Bubsy or Felix the cat. I didn't even make it down the list to Garfield.
That's my new ska band, Sega Cat Game.
Sega cat game. Damn it! We gotta stop coming up with fantastic ska bands,
Right?
So, John, did you play Garfield Caught in the Act?
I watched some Let's Plays on it, and it's actually kind of a neat looking game because it's based a little bit on Garfield, His 9 Lives. I don't know if you ever read that comic.
Isn't that the one where he it's basically It's a Wonderful Life, but for Garfield?
Kind of, yeah. So basically, it covers Garfield through 9 different phases. Like there's a prehistoric Garfield, there's a orange beard Garfield, like a Viking Garfield. There's Garfield in space at the end, and it is pretty fucked up. It's probably the most fucked up Garfield thing I've ever read. I'm not joking. Like there's one where it's a cat. There's a cat that's living with an old lady, and the cat winds up going into some kind of getting in touch with its inner, mountain lion cat, and it's implied that he attacks and possibly kills the old lady. There's one where Garfield is like a lab animal being experimented on by the U.S. government and turns into a dog at the end. Like it's very weird.
That.
What's that?
Yeah, I think I've read this. This sounds very familiar.
They did make a television special based off His 9 Lives too. So there's an animated version of that whole dog thing also.
And how much of this made it into the game?
A good chunk of it.
Great. Fantastic. No, I had no idea this happened. Because that's the thing. I was thinking. I'm like, what do you make a Garfield game about? He's just hanging around the house. He hangs out in his little box with his blanket. I mean, John drinks dog cum at some point.
Damn it.
What else? What else is going to go on in the game? So, I guess it makes sense they had to do some kind of anthology, deep pull on it. But
I made a bet with myself about whether you would bring that up or not, and I lost. I was like, nah.
Bro, the
what else is there to talk?
The dog comes back in the news, man. They finally they got Jim Davis to acknowledge the dog cum. So
we're talking about Garfield. We've already mentioned Mondays, lasagna, and Abu Dhabi. What else is there to say other than John drank dog cum?
Exactly. Boom. Dog cum. Is bound to come up. Yeah.
There's that weird living roommate John only had for like a year, who then just disappeared. What was that guy's name? Like Art or something like that? Oh shit. No, Lyman.
Talking about Odie?
No.
Odie's a dog, John.
No, John had a roommate for the first year or two of the comic strip Lyman, and then you never see him again.
Talking about the U.S. Acres.
No, Lyman, John, Lyman.
I'm going off what I know.
The name sounds familiar, but I can't put a face to it. Weird.
Because we weren't reading a lot of comics back in like 1981 when John had a roommate.
For some reason,
What?
I have read like the first 10 or 15 years of Garfield comics. I don't know why, but I have.
I used to
What?
get those Garfield like comic anthologies as presents all the time, man. I like
Yeah.
Garfield. Yeah,
I
whatever.
love those little books.
Yeah, but
When he was
I'm sorry.
really
I'm just.
fat and weird.
I've been looking up Garfield while we're talking about this, and I learned something that's kind of blown my mind. Nermal is male.
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't know that?
I always thought Nermal was a girl. I had no idea.
Yeah, Normal's just an annoying little dude. Yeah, I think I knew that.
Very
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, fuck Normal. Anyway,
Normal's
yeah,
the
shit,
scrappy
man,
dude of
John.
Garfield.
Yeah, come on. They didn't try and make him like a sidekick character. He's literally there just to annoy Garfield. He's a good little foil. But John, tell us something about this game.
So, I mean, basically, it's just kind of like a standard platformer with Garfield, more or less. And it doesn't feature as much like Garfield stuff as you would think. Like, there's a bonus level where you do like a whack-a-mole kind of thing, which is disappointing. Like, I want a bonus level where you eat lasagna, you know?
Yeah,
Like, that'd be
or
great.
sleep.
Yeah, or just say fuck Mondays.
Yeah.
or kick Odie off the table.
Yeah, those are all great bonus games.
Or you go to the vet and make John drink dog cum.
So new Patreon goal. We're gonna make our own Garfield game.
Oh,
We'll
dude.
Game that Garfield.
That should have been the bonus level in the Garfield game. Is it's like an obstacle course, and you have to jump over all the objects to get to the end of the table to kick Odie off it. And
Yeah,
like
kick Odie off and then jump into your bed.
the less things you run into, the more powerful your kick is, and your goal is to kick him like out the window.
That sounds so
I
much
like
fun.
it. Yeah. I'm thinking now like a modern Garfield platformer with like some really sick ass like Rayman Legends graphics. Like, yeah, like this needs to happen. Like,
Yeah, because if you were to make like one based directly off the comic, it would look boring. Like it's all flat one color backgrounds.
Get
Or
Platinum
make some-
Games to do it.
yeah, I was gonna say get like the Comic Zone team to make like the
Oh
Garfield.
my
game.
god, what are they doing?
Yeah. Hello, Comic Zone.
I'm just imagining if Platinum did it, like the extensive combos you could create to kick Odie off the table.
I hadn't even thought about a Garfield beat 'em up, but that would be
Ooh.
fantastic. And of course, they could probably rope Bill Murray into doing that.
Oh
like,
my god.
Yeah.
I think they can make it happen. I don't know. Bill Murray's he's a tough guy to nail down, but I think if you told him, "Hey, Platinum Games beat 'em up starring Garfield," he'd be like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" Like, yeah, jeez, I've been waiting for that call. You mean I can record like 5 lines and then just be done with it, and they'll just repeat those over and over throughout the game? Perfect, cool. Yeah, sign Bill Murray a check. He's on his way.
Have you
but-
I would like to see a Garfield game that's kind of like there's that Mickey Mouse game for Sega Genesis where you go through like Mickey through time, you know, and you get to meet like Black and White, you know, Steamboat Willie, and like there's all the different Mickeys. And Garfield's changed a little bit over the years. I would love a game where you get to spend the first level as like first year Garfield when he was really fucking fat.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
That
yeah,
sounds amazing.
Garfield Generations.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. If they would just release a new Sega Garfield game in which it's kind of like Sonic, but he's just a little too fat to do the stuff. Like, he gets tired easily. And you frequently have to stop for a lasagna. Yeah,
No,
I'm into it.
It's like a Sonic field, and instead of him running, he's just in his bed, and his bed has wheels. So it's like he's driving in his bed through the levels.
And you gotta say Pookie.
Yeah, dude, that's it. I don't know who the villain would be. The vet, maybe.
Lyman.
Yeah, I was
Lyman.
Lyman the whole time. Whoever that is.
Lyman is basically John with a mustache. Like that's what he is. Like
Nice.
I figured
That's
it out.
totally evil.
The boss for our Garfield game, it takes like a very later Sonic game or Kirby game style, and the very end is this giant eldritch horror monster that is the representation of Mondays.
Yeah. He has to finally kill Monday. Shortens the week to 6 days, and it's game over after that. Actually, that sounds fucking dope.
Yeah.
But
Abstract
yeah,
boss.
somebody
Clown could be
get
in it.
right on that. Yeah, man. Don't take any more shots at Garfield, John. I actually really like Garfield.
Real, man.
Yeah. You got brass balls, bro. Coming at Garfield, like starting our cat episode off by coming at Garfield like that. Yeah.
I really don't like Garfield.
Well, whatever, man.
And yet you seem to like know the most about Garfield lore.
I know.
Which is a phrase I never thought I'd ever have to use.
I don't know.
You're one of those like anti-Garfield fans, like like Howard Stern's like anti-fans would listen to him just to see what he says next. You keep reading Garfield just to like validate your like hate of him. Secretly, John, that's why he's still in the newspaper. It's because guys like you just always read the comics.
Oh, I'm part of the problem.
Yeah, you idiot. You still have a newspaper subscription just so you can read Garfield and validate your distaste for it. Dumbass.
That damn cat's still in the newspaper.
Oh, God.
Keep buying all
I
his
fucking
Garfield
love
merchandise.
Yeah. I'm for your wedding present. I'm just gonna get you one of those suction cup Garfields now for your car. That's all I'm getting. It's gonna be great. But anyway, should we keep it going to game 2?
Yes.
Game 2.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah. playful.
Yeah.
Almost like
Indeed.
a song about a cat. So, who's up for some trivia on this one?
Please.
Let's see. Well, I couldn't find a whole lot of cat-related trivia for the game, but rest assured, there's cats. So, trivia question for this one. The main character of this game makes his first ever shirtless appearance in this game while learning what skill?
I'm so glad I didn't choose this game.
I would have been pissed if you did. So,
Can you repeat that trivia one more time?
can I? The main character of this game makes his first ever shirtless appearance in this game while learning what skill?
Okay.
Just think about that. So I'll pop our shirts off for the rest of the show.
I'll do it. No.
Ain't nothing to it, man.
Yeah.
Let's see some answers, man. I know Johnny ain't feeling it. Ooh. Johnny says Super Mario Odyssey, which is using the shirtless trivia very well. Incorrect. Jesse says Star Fox Adventure. A very good guess because it does feature a cat. And I don't know if Star Fox takes his shirt off in that one, but, you know, I'm turned on. And David's got the correct answer. It's The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Yes.
That was my second one.
With the answer of the trivia question being sumo.
Yes. Link, for some reason, has to pop that shirt off to learn how to sumo wrestle. And
I'm not complaining.
so many people's lives were changed from that moment on. You know, fan art confirmed. You know, just now that we've all discussed Link shirtless, go ahead, everybody, Google shirtless Ganondorf and just, you know, enjoy the images. It's just glorious. So yeah, Twilight Princess, maybe a little bit of a curveball for this episode, since people probably, you know, if you say cat game, they don't think Twilight Princess because it's kind of a wolf game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but this game has more cats than any other game in like the Legend of Zelda series. Like, there's cats all over this game. Oh, David's reconnecting. Pause.
Uh-oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Am I okay?
I can hear you now.
Looks good now.
Okay. See, hang on.
God, we're about to have a real cataclysm here.
I just want to see.
Catastrophe.
Yeah. Oh man, I got one too. It's the fuck, I got the apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
That's
Good. I like
cat
it.
puns, cat puns, cat puns, cat puns.
Sorry, I don't know what was wrong.
You are all good, man. Hit us with a cat pun.
Yeah.
We all made the best cat puns while you were offline.
See, I mean, the last I heard, we were talking about how this is more of a dog game than a cat game. But when the theme came up, and I was thinking about, it's like, what games had cats in it? It's like, wait, there's that early like mini game in Twilight Princess where you have to go rescue a cat. That works, right?
Yes.
Wait, no.
Yeah, that was literally my whole motivation in picking this. It's like, man, remember that really annoying, frustrating part in the beginning of Twilight Princess where you have to fish and make a cat follow you or whatever? Oh yeah. Like, it's a good thing they established that early in the game. Like, because fishing was so important to the game, and rescuing that cat, ever so important. Learning to guide that eagle from your arm, incredibly important.
Fishing comes up again, but the cat, you never see another cat in that entire game.
Oh, you do? No, you are misremembering. There are tons of cats in that game. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, like, none that you impactfully interact with.
Don't you turn into a cat at some point?
No, John, I already established that. You turn into a wolf.
Oh, damn it.
Johnny, wolves are not cats.
Oh.
Yeah, cats, dogs, completely different things. Wolves, even more different.
Shit.
They're like big dogs.
I gotta go make some phone calls, guys.
Yeah, crap. Yeah, I really should go open that door. Where I put my cat and my dog in the room at the same time. Probably.
I'm just imagining you coming home. It's like, hey, they were doing like a rescue drive. I got us a baby kitten, and you're just holding like a full-grown timber wolf.
Yeah. Pretty kitty. But yeah,
Sounds funny.
Yeah, when you're in Castletown, there's cats all over the place, and you can talk to them if you're a wolf. When you encounter that guy that got turned into gold and had like his soul broken into and like turned into all the pose, his cat is also turned to gold and frozen on top of his head. And the bar owner, who is like part of the Hylian resistance, the cat lets you in the bar, and it's like, oh hey, what's going on? You're that guy, aren't you? But now you're a wolf. I don't care. Come in. Like, there's cats all over the place, and there's a side quest for probably a piece of heart or something in the hidden village, where you fucking just have to go talk to all the cats. There's like a village full of cats, and you have to talk to them, and you have to like find them all over this place, and you can't leave and come back. That cancels the side quest, and it explains that it's like if you leave and come back, the cats will forget you. Cats are forgetful. I'm like, I don't think that's true. Like, okay, whatever.
Jerks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't leave and come back because cats hate people, and then you'll lose the quest. Like, okay, that's a better explanation. I'm just
disappointed that I didn't know about this whole cat side quest business when this game came out, because I would have bought a console in this game if I knew this whole like talking to cats business. That's right up my alley.
Yeah, when the Wii came out, I didn't get the game for the cats, but the cats were a nice surprise. Like, I got the game like everybody else because the Wii came out with Zelda and I had to have it. And I was not disappointed, especially not with the cats in the game. It would have been kind of funny if instead of turning into a wolf, you did turn into a giant cat. But, I think wolf fit the tone better. This was kind of a dark game. If you're riding around as a giant house cat fighting Ganondorf, it just wouldn't quite make sense.
I was thinking of that'd be a pretty great pull quote of, I didn't buy this for the cats, but they were a pretty nice touch. Like,
yeah, exactly. The back of the box, more cats than you'd expect. John of Game That Too.
Cat pajamas.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. I'm assuming everybody then, except John, has played and enjoyed Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I know Jesse, you have mixed feelings on Skyward Sword.
No,
which I almost
Princess, I'm all on board. It was a little long, but it was great. I liked it.
Almost used Skyward Sword, but turns out there's like a little animal in that, and it's not a cat. It's something else. So went with this one. But
Good call.
yeah, dude, great call. I kind of wish that they would kind of go back to this tone, man. Like I was thinking, like Breath of the Wild's such a wild success now that if they would take the open world thing and like rebuild the Twilight Princess Zelda world, where you could just instead of having to go through the narrow corridors to get places, you could kind of go all over the place. I'd play the shit out of it. Like I love the Twilight Princess world. It's dark and cool and moody and just I don't know. It's like Super Ocarina of Time. It's I don't know. I love it, but they need to do something with it again because I don't know. I feel like has the series done anything nearly this like just outright dark since then?
I can't think so.
Like
Has the series done what? I'm sorry.
Anything like that? Quite even like close to as dark as Twilight Princess since then? Like I feel like there's moments, but like man, dark.
Since no.
Yeah.
Gonna say because the only other thing I can think of is Majora's Mask, which came out like 6 years beforehand. So,
and that that game had plenty of dark.
Maybe Link Between Worlds. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
This one just
There
was
is a dark world.
Yeah, this one just took the tone and carried it throughout. It was pretty great about that.
Yeah.
So they need to go back to that. I always think about this game and I'm just like, oh yeah, man. I feel like there's been anything as like dark and disturbing as the scene in this game where, spoilers, you learn about Ganondorf's execution. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, this game really goes there. Like, you get to watch Ganondorf almost die and then straight up murder people. It's like,
Man.
wow, yeah,
right.
This is dark. Good for that. really going for that T for teen rating. Just makes you also wonder what how they could push it further. Like, would there ever be an M-rated Zelda? What would you see in M-rated Zelda? Would it just be Ganondorf with no shirt on the whole time? I don't know. Like,
I'm just imagining an M-rated Zelda. It's just a normal Zelda game, but instead of Link speaking in grunts, he only speaks in the word fuck.
Yeah.
I was thinking that exact same thing, David. Get out of my head. Like,
wow.
like son of a
That's
bitch.
impressive.
Whoa.
Like you're charging up your spin attack. Fuck!
Good. So my question was going to be, would it get the M rating for violence or for like sexuality? Like, it's a toss up, man. Like, and if it was both, then maybe pull out the does adults only rating still exist? I don't know if it does, but
it technically exists. I don't think it exists in the sense that like nobody's used it in a long time. But
games don't really get released with that anymore, or ever.
Yeah, I love the idea of a Zelda game where everyone is just shirtless and swearing. Like, you go to talk to somebody, instead of yes or no, it's fuck yes, fuck no, and they're shirtless.
It's the sexiest, rudest game you've ever played.
God, it's like the BMX Triple X of Zeldas.
Oh, God. Fucking kill it.
Oh, God.
Princess Zelda standing there. It's like, Link, you've done it. You've saved me.
Yeah. That was right, our BMX bikes. Yeah. In order to defeat Ganondorf, you're going to have to do a 360 McTwist. Oh, shit.
God, like, if you beat the game and got to see Princess Zelda topless, like, that would be so many urban legends coming true, for so many people. Like, finally!
Yeah.
God, that's depressing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gone in a different direction than I anticipated when I chose this game.
So cats.
Yeah, exactly. I knew we should have started the show off by getting all the cats equals pussy like stuff out of our system, so it never comes up on the show. But it didn't really. We talked around it. But yeah, Twilight Princess is great. Got some cats. Got some great dungeons, great puzzles, great dark tone.
Introduced one of the best Zelda characters ever.
Talking about the cannon operating guy.
Obviously, yes.
Yes, fire the cannon guy.
I was talking about the weird little chicken thing.
Yes, Uku, the creepiest fucking thing on the planet. Yeah. Oh God, I never even wanted to use that. Just out of like, no, I'm just not. I don't need to leave the dungeon. I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
Can you help me find my children? No.
no,
No.
no.
They're better off where they are.
Obviously referring to Midna, because Midna
Yes,
is amazing.
yes. David, renowned Midna fan. No, she is super cool and not as annoying as other companion characters in Zelda games. So, that gets her gold stars in my book. Like, a little annoying, but also a cool character and kind of the heart of the story. So, yeah, no, that's she's perfect. She's great.
You got me
Yeah.
It'd
thinking
only
of
be
a Zelda
better if
game
she
where
were a cat.
Ooh. Got me thinking of a Zelda game where you finally get to see Navi topless.
What?
Hey, listen.
It's-
What?
Hey,
Whoa.
look.
Watch out.
I'm just thinking, it's like, hey, listen, and the only thing that changes is she turns to a different shade of blue.
Be great if the glow just died down. She was just like a boob, like one circular boob with wings.
This whole time.
Well,
One of
that's
those great
weird.
fairies.
This whole time.
Medicinal.
When you're in the Great Deku Tree, who helped you out? A boob.
It's just a glowing blue boob. Yeah, that's all she ever was. Yeah.
Oh.
God. Anyway, on that fantastic note,
Game 3.
Damn.
Yeah. that
sounds
is-
like cats to me. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like
Sounds
it.
familiar.
So, this is one of our fan requests for the evening. This comes to us via Twitter from @the_Sigma_Omega, and it's actually been sitting around for a little while in our request queue. He requested this one back on our emotional games episode, but it didn't make it on there. And I like this game and wanted to use it this week. So yeah, let's see. One of the party characters in this game is an android named Steve. The name Steve has been used in other games from this developer. In a previous game, Steve was the name of a talking slingshot. And in that game's sequel, Steve is a rideable robot. And one of this game's legendary weapons is actually named after the games that I was just talking about, the one with the Steve slingshot and the Steve robot. So maybe I'll talk a little bit more after this game or after this song. And buckle in. This one's kind of a long one, guys.
There is a place I'm longing for tonight, a place I love, so far, far away, that lives in my heart, a treasure buried deep inside, and I'll keep wandering until I find it again someday. Somewhere the flowers are in bloom, a candle burning in a room. There is comfort in the dark.
So, just to clarify the trivia, this is not the game that features Steve the slingshot. This is the game that features Steve the robot.
Steve the android, actually. There's, previous games had Steve the slingshot and Steve the robot. And so this has Steve android. And yeah, it's also got a legendary weapon named after this other set of games. So what do you guys Googled? What do you guys think? Oh, David, so close. The legendary weapon is actually called Dark Cloud. Johnny and Jesse both get it. This is Rogue Galaxy.
That's a sweet game.
Yeah, dude. Well done on understanding my trivia and Googling the proper things.
I just Googled the song lyrics as I heard them.
Hey, that's also a good idea. Because Dreaming My Way Home is like the end theme to this game. And apparently it caused people to feel some feels when playing the game. And
I felt feels just listening to the song. I'm not going to lie. That was really, really nice.
Yeah, it hits you right in the feels.
Yeah.
It's got a great soundtrack, and it's a pretty dope game. Jesse, did you play Rogue Galaxy?
Yeah, it was awesome. It's a sci-fi RPG.
Yes.
You play as this dude. I think his name like Jack Russell or something.
He does have a very sci-fi RPG name. It's Jaster Rogue. I mean, your last name's Rogue. You gotta be in a sci-fi RPG.
And he's like this Luke Skywalker kind of kid. He's on a desert planet. He wants to leave the planet, and then this dude gives him a sword, and he ends up getting to leave the planet with space pirates. And
space pirates, dude.
The pirate ships all look awesome.
Space.
Yeah.
John, thank you.
And you can capture like little bugs to like have weird Pokemon battles too. And
yep.
And the actual combat's super fun. It's kind of it kind of reminds me a little bit of like if you've ever played the Tales games, how it's like you get into a battle and then like you control one character running around and doing stuff, and you have like a certain amount of like action points that refill as you're fighting and stuff, and then the other characters do what their AI tells them to, and you can like set up what you want them to focus on and whatnot.
Yeah, you can make them do stuff and also give them commands and activate abilities and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I was gonna say Jaster. I was gonna make the joke. It's like you play as Tidus. No, Sora. No, wait, Vaughn. No, it's Jaster Rogue. He's the blonde hero of Japanese RPG. He's pretty optimistic and out for adventure. And yeah, you get scooped up by space pirates. Did they establish? Are you in a wooden spaceship in this game? Because it
sure looks like it, but magic.
Yeah, dude, I'm into it. Like, I'm not like, oh, this game's all fucked up. You would never be able to fly a, pirate ship-shaped spaceship in outer space. Like, no. This game is fucking magic.
It could just be a normal spaceship with some wood paneling on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, we gotta class this thing up.
Yeah.
Oak is very important in a vacuum.
Listen, when you're going space surfing, you got to have that wood paneling on the side of your ship, all right?
Yeah. Listen, we're not just going to be space pirates in some generic futuristic-looking ship. We're really keying in on the pirate thing, not so much the space thing, all right, guys? We're going to have the wooden ship. Anybody got a problem with that? I'm going to throw you into the cold vacuum of space. But yeah, I haven't gotten very far in the game. I downloaded it for my PS4 a while back, and it is fun. Like, I like the active combat. You get you got like your regular weapon and a sub weapon, which in the case of like Jaster is like it's a gun.
Yeah.
So you can blast dudes from afar, and then you run out of ammo and just slash the shit out of them. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm into it. And you got cool companions. Steve the android. I mean, he's basically C-3PO, but he fights a lot more. He talks like C-3PO. And I thought the other companion that you meet at the beginning of the game was also a robot, but I was confused because he's got a Scottish accent. Like, it's a very oddly Scottish robot for a game set in outer space in the desert, but turns out he's not a robot. He's a dude with a hideous disfigurement, and he's wearing a mask to hide it. Whoa!
He's kind of short too, isn't he? He's like kind of like a dwarf looking dude.
Yeah, he's kind of like a short disfigured dude. Yeah. I didn't get to the part in the game if he takes off his mask. I don't know, but you get a bunch of different characters, and it seems like they all have some kind of horrible, tragic, dark backstory. Like, do you remember any of these things, Jesse?
Because I only remember playing it back on PlayStation 2. I did buy the remake for PlayStation 4 when I had it, and
right.
I did play around with it a little bit on that, but I don't remember the specifics.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten far enough to see the specifics, but in looking up trivia for this, I saw like a lot of their stories, and it's like, oh, he's not a robot, he's got a horrible disfigurement, which made him become a space pirate because he didn't want to go home to his wife and family because he would have felt guilty if she stayed with him despite him being ugly or something like that. I'm like, oh God, that's like. That's kind of dark. And then there's like the bounty hunter who lost his only love, and the robot, fucking Steve the android, actually has like a guy's soul inside of him, and he wants.
I do remember that.
He wants to be human, but like, it's not actually like his desire or something. Like he's got like his creator's son's like soul hidden in like his backup files or something. It was like reading this, I'm like, what the fuck? I really do need to play this game now. This all sounds so dark.
Did we cover where the
and it goes against the whole art style of the game. It's a beautiful cell shaded game. I love it.
Yeah,
but everybody in the game has some kind of dark backstory.
What about cats in the game? Are there any of those?
Oh yes, funny.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so do you remember the cat in the game?
I'm sure there had to have been like a cat alien person, wasn't there?
Yes. When you first get on the the pirate ship, you get picked up from your planet, and you're just like meeting the people on the ship. You meet you've got Steve and Simon, the C-3PO and the Scotsman, but then you immediately get introduced to the first mate of the ship, Monsha, and he's a cat for no reason. Like, for no reason, the first mate of the ship is a talking cat. Like, I'm into it. Why is there a cat as the first mate of the ship? In most cases, I think it's because the answer is Japan. Like, there's just no reason for it to be a cat, but I love it. Like, it's not even like a cat in a pirate outfit. It's just a white cat just hanging out, barking out orders at people and talking about pirate stuff. Like, sure. Why not? Like, throw a cat in there, man. All games should just throw a cat in there. Like,
new Patreon goal: buy a boat.
Go
get a tiny captain's outfit for a cat. Go sailing with a cat captain on a boat.
Buy a boat. Get a cat outfit or get a cat pirate outfit. Launch the boat into space with the cat.
Where?
Whoa.
Question mark. Profit. Yeah, not sure how, but somehow this is going to get us some new followers, some new listeners. We're going to launch a pirate cat into space and just let him think for himself.
The cat's probably going to die, I guess.
No, it'll be great. He'll learn to talk. He'll come back hyper intelligent. He'll bring a crew of jolly pirates. I don't know, but I'm into it.
I think that's step one to creating a Planet of the Cats kind of situation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm not opposed to that. Like,
take your paws off, you damn dirty cats.
Yeah, they wouldn't be that oppressive. They would lose interest after a few minutes. Like, yeah.
I feel like taking a cat and launching them into space, we basically wrote like 1/3 of the pilot of Red Dwarf.
We might have. Awesome. But yeah, man, Rogue Galaxy's pretty dope, man. If you like cell-shaded PS2 RPGs that came out late in its life and have an active battle system and a bunch of really dark, weird characters, you should check it out. There's something about the leveling up in the game that's also weird. It's not like traditional RPG stuff. You don't get like points. I feel like you advance your skills and stuff by like finding items. It's like a treasure hunting game.
Like stuff, and then you like plug it into your weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You find loot in the game, and it's it says like it'll have a mark that says like Revelation, and it's something you need for your Revelation board, which gives you your super moves and stuff. It's like That's really interesting, and it makes it more of a pirate game. Like, you're not just collecting treasure for the money or whatever, you're collecting it because you need to become a super badass pirate. So, I like it. I got to play some more of it, and I haven't played enough of it, but I hope the cat plays a larger role, but I don't think he does. I think he's just there for like that first scene just to confuse you. I really don't think the cat's a big part of the game, but I thought it was pretty good to use for this episode anyway. So, thanks again to the Sigma Omega for the request. Fantastic game, fantastic soundtrack. There's a lot of chatter going on in the chat right now. I think people like this game. So, I'll have to play it and revisit it. But in the meantime, Johnny, shall we continue on?
Game 4.
That is fun. I'm
like
enjoying
it.
that.
Awesome.
All right. Anybody looking for a little trivia? Care for a little trivia?
Sure.
I think I do.
All right. So this was the first handheld game in this series to feature original bosses. All of the other handheld games in this series recycled bosses from the console versions. Anybody need an extra piece of trivia at all, or are we all feeling good?
In this case, no, I don't.
Yeah, I feel right.
All
Not
right,
good.
let's
but correct.
let's see some answers.
Like a cat man.
Okay. Jesse says Mega Man 5 Game Boy. John says Mega Man 5, well, Mega Man V for Game Boy. And John Regan says Mega Man V. All three are technically correct. Since
No time for talking.
the only way to differentiate them is because the Game Boy games used Roman numerals and the console NES games used numbers.
Indeed, they did.
Those
So
wacky Romans.
we were all right then.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
good.
Okay, good. I'm gonna play more cat sounds.
Meow 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 meow.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
It just wasn't feeling catty enough. Oh, hell yeah, man. There was one of the bosses in this game a cat.
This is the game that introduced Tango, the robot cat, into the Mega Man series.
Ooh.
Interesting.
He basically takes the role of Beat. He's like a special item that you use where he jumps onto the screen and like rolls into a ball and runs in to attack enemies.
Awesome. Yeah.
Also, one of the bosses, I think it was Pluto, was like furry and had claws, so kind of cat-like. But yeah, this is the one that had Tango, the robot cat.
I was really
Yeah.
hoping to be Catman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I definitely
just
did
Peter
not
Chris.
know.
From Kiss.
Oh God, yeah. Somebody should have chosen Kiss Psycho Circus or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It has Peter Chris. That's close enough, right?
Yeah,
Basically,
he's the Catman.
Yeah, I didn't
yeah, no,
realize there were any Mega Man Game Boy games that had original bosses. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you're not fighting robot masters, you're fighting star droids. It's these robots from space.
Space.
Hey, he's pretty good.
And it's some of them are out there. Like you have Mars, and Mars is all like tank-like and has this giant gun. It's like, okay, Mars, God of War, that makes sense. And you have Saturn, who has like a giant ring around. It's like, okay, cool, that makes sense. And then you have, I think it's Venus, is like a giant robot crab
Awesome.
for some reason. Like I don't get the correlation, but sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Pluto definitely looks furry for some reason. He's got fur and a tail and claws. He's basically Slash Man, but kind of a cat.
Hairy.
That's weird. I was thinking, I'm like, don't they have things to base it on? I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of constellations, not planets. The planets don't have animals assigned to them. Like, because I think, am I looking at it? Is Uranus a bull? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're looking wolf for some reason.
Yeah, I wish they went with the whole Gustav Holst theme, because like Uranus could be a magician. That'd be pretty good. And you could have Neptune.
John, I think I'm the only one who get that joke, but that's awesome.
what? Don't explain it. Yeah. Just don't.
It's a famous piece of music.
Gustav Holst wrote like a symphony about the planets called The Planets.
Yeah, and Mars is the bringer of war, which is why it makes sense that Mars is like a tank. And then Jupiter is the bringer of joy or something like that. And Venus, I think, is peace. But yeah, Uranus is a magician. I think Neptune is a mystic. I don't think Pluto's in it.
No, because I think it was written like before Pluto was classified.
Yeah, I
It's
think-
good at making things disappear.
I was gonna say, come on, there's gotta be there's just something to that. Uranus is a deep abyss. Anyway, I was happier not knowing all that.
He's really the Houdini of asses.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
it's disgusting.
So Mega Man 5 on Game Boy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Anybody else here played it at all?
No, if it wasn't Pokemon, it turns out I didn't play it on Game Boy.
It's actually it's pretty cool. It's kind of hard, partially because of like level design, and partially because it's on Game Boy. So like the screen is super tiny, and there's a lot of slowdown in this game. But yeah, it's really fun. You don't get a charge shot, you get a rocket hand. So like instead of shooting, you shoot like your fist out and it comes back. And then you can upgrade it to like boomerang and capture items.
Please tell me that Uranus is weak to the fist.
Oh God, John.
Actually, I'm not sure what Uranus is weak to.
That's the whole game. Figure out Uranus's weakness.
God.
Now I'm gonna have to look this up to figure it out.
I was gonna say, the missiles or the water attack. Yeah.
You're.
It's the BMX triple X of Mega Man's.
So the weapon that you get from Pluto, you get like a dashing attack, called Break Dash, which is what Uranus is weak to. Uranus is weak to dashing into it repeatedly.
Perfect.
They knew what they were doing, man.
Yeah, these guys know what's up.
They knew they were going to have to make a kid call the Nintendo helpline and ask that question.
How do I beat Uranus?
Mister, I'm having trouble beating Uranus. What? Mega Man 5, motherfucker. Try and focus. Like, oh, okay. Well, on Uranus, you're going to want to use the break dash. What? Don't get fresh with me over the phone, you fucking weirdo.
Oh, my mommy.
I don't know how to beat Uranus for the last time. I'm not falling for this trap again.
Yeah. Click. Oh man. The Catch a Predator guy just shows up to Nintendo helpline headquarters. Jesus.
You said you wanted to break Dash into his anus.
Why don't you explain some of these phone records here? Between you and a number of known 12-year-olds.
Look, I was just coming. I was just coming to his
Mega Man
house
5 just came out.
I was just coming to his house to help him beat Mega Man 5. Like that's all I was doing.
See? I got 4 AA batteries and and this old brick of a Game Boy. I really I'm telling you, man.
Look,
I'm in it for the Mega Man 5.
I only picked up the box of condoms because it was on the way. This is honestly entirely unrelated, and in hindsight, I really regret it. Like,
damn it, John.
I was going to see my girlfriend afterwards. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I brought this bottle of Ripple and this box of condoms.
Wasn't going to give it to the 12-year-old. I'm not an idiot.
Jeez. Anyway, David, Mega Man 5.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Like I said, it's definitely like a product of its time and being on the Game Boy. But it's the other Mega Man games just like reused bosses, and this one, because it was all original, it gave it like a different feel. And like because of the Game Boy, like. Because let's face it, a lot of Robot Master weapons are kind of the same thing. Like it's just different color and various shots. And you couldn't really do that on the Game Boy screen, so the weapons are a lot different. So like you have a missile, you have a bubble, you've got basically Gutsman's super arm, you have the dash, you have like one giant beam that you shoot out and like hold out.
Oh, so cool.
The weapons are a little different. It's a really fun game.
And
it's got a robot cat.
Do the bosses ever come back in the other games?
I don't think so. I don't believe so. I do know this is one of the only Mega Man games where Wily is not the final boss.
Would you consider this game canon?
Yes.
Okay.
They did bring back like the Star Droids in the Mega Man comic.
Oh, cool.
I thought was really cool.
Really.
That's what they're called, the Star Force?
Star Droids.
Star Droids. Okay, yeah, Star Droids. That's pretty cool.
And has Tango made any further appearances? The friendly robot cat? Because I'm looking right now. That is a fucking adorable robot cat. Like,
see, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, I should go for what game was Tango in? That was Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. I could do that. He makes an appearance in Mega Man 10 in Proto Man's shop. And I almost went with Mega Man 10 because that's the smallest, most Easter egg cameo. Like,
it's perfect.
The barest definition of cat game.
Yes, and you love Mega Man 10. You could have talked for hours about it. Right?
Oh, it's the Mega Man 5 on Game Boy is pretty fun.
That's a good dodge there, David. Good move. So, let's... I'm not going to make any more Uranus jokes, Johnny. I think we should keep going.
All right.
Game 5.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it.
Raucous.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty raucous.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is another fan request for the evening from a newly minted Patreon priority requester, Dire Haunch Crow, at Dire Haunch Crow on Twitter. So
How many requests do we have?
Just a couple. we're
crap.
going 6 games deep. I thought about going 9 games deep.
Holy
9 lives,
shit.
9 games, but I didn't run that by anybody, so it didn't happen.
Christ.
Yeah, it would have really caught you off guard when we were still going at like midnight. But
That sounds like it would have been absurd.
Space. Well done, John.
Close enough.
Next time I'll give you the meow sounds. So anyway, trivia for this game. In all games after this one, when a character is off screen during a battle, an arrow will appear showing the direction they are facing, accompanied by a portrait of that character from the character select screen. However, in this game, the portrait is a chibi artwork that is seen nowhere else in the game except when this occurs. Yes.
Sounds awesome.
So, who recognizes the composer?
Nope.
I feel like I should now that you've said that.
As you're revealing your answers, shout out to composer Daisuke Ishwatari. Let's see it. Johnny has a picture of a cat. David Fleming says Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma. And Jesse simply says Blaze Blue. You know, the point goes to Jesse because this is the first game in the Blaze Blue series. It's Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger.
Damn it.
Yes, indeed. Damn it.
Meow, meow, meow.
No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, man. Jesse, I'm hoping you've played some Blaze Blue.
I've played one of them.
Is it this one?
I don't remember, but I have played one of them, and they're really
Cool.
complicated, you know.
Yes, they are.
Because they're essentially Guilty Gear, but with other characters.
Right.
Aren't they?
Yeah, I was like reading up on it. I'm like, maybe I can make sense of this by just reading, like how you play the game. Nope, you can't. My goodness, what a flashy and complicated series of fighting games.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
Yes, they are.
Like
Yeah.
you want to watch someone play it, and then go play something else afterwards.
No, I don't do a whole lot of like watching, watching a lot of, fighting game tournaments and things. But like, every year when like Evo's on, I enjoy watching the Blaze Blue stuff. I have no fucking idea how to do what they're doing, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what button when you're watching like Marvel vs. Capcom or something like that. I know what they're doing. It's like, oh man, that was, really complicated. Good for them. Blaze Blue, I'm sure it's complicated, but man, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what a metal ass Japanese ass Daisuke Ishwatari series, man. yeah, it's kind of like Guilty Gear, but I think more futuristic. Yeah.
Is there a cat character?
Is there? Funny you should
I was
ask.
gonna say there's Tao Kaka. She's like,
Oh, that's not even who I was thinking of. Dire Crow sent me all this with the condition that I talk about Master Mitsuyoshi, who apparently is now known as Jubei. It's the main character's master. He is a cat. And
cool.
he's a cat with an eye patch and a samurai sword. And he's not been a playable character until just last year when they added him as a DLC character to the new Blaze Blue. And everybody loves him. He's a cat with an eye patch and a samurai sword, and he's kind of a badass. Like, interesting. But actually, David, I'm fucking with you. He is, whatever he is, he's some kind of cat, god hero thing. And they used his DNA to genetically engineer a tribe of people, and one of the other playable characters is from that tribe of people. So yes, there is some other cat character in the game, but I was told specifically to talk about this one.
So say that's got to be Tao Kaka, because I know that she's like the cat girl in Blaze Blue.
Yes, so there's Cat Girl, and her tribe is the Kaka tribe, and that might be like a cat poop joke. I'm not sure. Might be a translation thing. I don't know, but the badass master in the game is a cat with a samurai sword. So yeah, apparently they take these games pretty damn seriously. Like it's a serious series for serious people.
Yeah.
They do look like yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like you just you throw a bunch of really complicated mechanics into a game like this, but it's also anime as fuck, and the main character's not actually a good guy, and his master is a cat. Like I don't know what that says about games and hardcoreness. Like what makes a game hardcore? Is it the content? Is it the gameplay? I don't know. Can you act all badass when you beat up somebody playing as a samurai cat?
Yes.
I guess. Yes, of course. But I also didn't realize there'd been so many of these games. I didn't, I thought there was like, one or two of them. They've made quite a lot of Blaze Blue stuff. Like, really, I guess like
because there's like 5 or 6, aren't there?
Damn. Well, those like 3.
They followed in the Capcom model. They've made 4 main entries in the series: Calamity Trigger, Continuum Shift, Chrono Phantasma, and Central Fiction. And then they've updated several of them a couple of times. And then apparently they've been making little spin-off like DSiWare and 3DS eShop games. And I wasn't aware of those, and I wish I had been. They look really fun. They're like little like 3D arena fighters where
cool.
Yeah, it's like chibi arena fighters starring the Blaze Blue characters. I'm like, I think I could go look that up on my 3DS and drop like $3 on it. That sounds like a steal and a deal. But yeah, it's cool. I wish I knew more about these games to speak about the series. Like Jesse, you got a favorite character in the series?
I'm watching something to see if I can remember any of the characters. It seemed like there was a couple that I really liked, but it's been a while since I played it. There was like a ninja dude. I wish I had more.
Yeah, it's all good. It's also funny. In looking it up, I almost went with the trivia that apparently in Japan they don't pronounce the Z in the title.
So it's Blade Blue.
So it makes it like like Blade Blue, but in Japan like written out it's like Bure Buru, and I'm like, why don't they pronounce the Z? That's the most important letter in the whole time. Oh, whatever, man. Dice K and his wacky fucking whatever games. I love it. I love the metalness of it. I love the absurdity of it.
I've just found a character that if I ever start playing, I feel like I want to play this character. Apparently, there is a character named Makoto who uses a set of steel tonfas and is a half squirrel, half woman. So she's got like the giant poofy tail.
Excellent.
Sounds great.
That used to play.
It's like, all right.
David loves him some women with tonfas, some squirrel women. It's just the best of all possible worlds in this game.
It truly is.
My favorite thing's combining at last.
I do believe there is a Blaze Blue coming out for the Switch at some point in the future. I'm not sure if it's like this year or next year, but I did see that somewhere on like the series page. It said, Switch, TBA, whatever. But, yeah, it's wacky fighting game, super flashy stuff, and it's got a cat with a samurai sword and a squirrel with tonfas. So yeah, it's everything everybody wants out of a game from Japan. And thanks to Dire Crow for the request. Awesome music. So glad to have used it on the show. And yeah, Johnny, shall we keep it going to game 6?
Sure thing.
Space!
That is
Epic.
nice.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty good, man.
It is very happy, chirpy. I want to go take a casual walk down the street music.
Yeah. So we're in uncharted waters here.
Yeah.
We all have connection problems, but usually we're back before our songs are over. So,
this is the longest I've had the technical difficulty screen up in a long time.
Oh shit. Let's see. Oh man. And I don't think I can discern his his game from his MP3s.
Let's see. Is there any metadata in them?
That's what I'm saying, man. Check them properties.
Wait, John, do you not have a game tonight?
I used Dell's My Game basically. I was already thinking of that game, and then Dell requested is like, this is Dell's game.
Done.
Yeah, there's no tags on the files.
Shit.
Damn it.
Fucked, man. Huh.
The trivia for this game.
None of us know what it is, and he didn't enter it in the scorekeeper either.
Damn it. Oh.
This game features a cat. All right, song 3.
Yeah. Wow. This riveting television here.
I'm typing into the chat.
We just replayed that song. It was catchy.
It was good.
We should just try playing the
I'll
last
just play
song and see what
something
happens.
I'll play all this just to fill the dead air.
Meow 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 meow.
Oh crap, that went by faster than I thought.
See, for a second, the way that ended with the sudden cut, I thought you were going to go into the game over sound for no reason.
I think, can I just have that loop? Let's see. Yeah, auto repeat.
Meow 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 meow.
Nope, wait, nope, didn't do it.
I'm guessing just some kind of crash or something, because he hasn't responded on anything.
Yep.
Well, we could have started the third song and see if we could figure it out.
And then what?
And then we pick a winner.
Oh Jesus!
Jesse, I think, has the most points. So.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Suddenly, the game.
This sounds like a classic John Regan win scenario.
Yup.
Default.
So then we're gonna have to edit in some trivia later or something.
I guess so.
Yeah. Shit, man.
I don't know. I kind of like the trivia for this game. It's a game, and it features a cat.
Yeah. Song 3. Oh, it just ended.
Well, cool. So, sounds like Justin in the chat is trying to hook us up with some trivia and an answer for this game. Thank the merciful gods.
I guess we could all
And
just
then
type.
Jesse's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, what's up?
We could type our guesses into the chat, and Justin could tell us if we're right or wrong and give us points. I'm not even joking. Let's do that.
No, I don't know how far behind the chat is from us.
That's why we
riveting.
that's why we type in the chat that we're doing that.
Oh yeah, but fuck. I don't actually have an answer.
Let's see. My guess is a drawing of a penis.
It's a chat dick. Yeah, and I'm guessing Blink's the time sweeper.
I'm saying Klonoa 2.
Good job, David.
Let's see what Justin says.
Oh man, sometimes you just gotta improvise something. Here on came that tune.
I wish I thought of Blinks. I bet Blinks is right.
Yeah.
Meow 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 meow
that
meow
makes a
meow
lot
meow
of
meow.
sense.
Damn.
So Justin says the answer should be Nino Cooney, and knowing Jesse, this is probably Nino Cooney.
Yeah, that sounds about right, man. I know that Jesse loves him some Nino Cooney. What's that subtitle? I think it's like the Wrath of the White Witch, something like that. Yeah. Nino Cooney is one of my ultimate gaming shames. Like, I bought that at some point. I'm trying to see if it's still on the shelf. Yep, it's up there, right between, sandwiched in between two NBA games. I didn't play it.
Where it belongs?
Just, shit, man. I love Studio Ghibli, and I like to fancy myself an RPG player, though I've realized through time I'm not much of an RPG player. But, yeah, man, that game looks so fucking cool, and I just never even started it. It's lost to the shelf.
I'm just looking it up now. Was this actually done by Studio Ghibli?
Yes. It was
That is awesome.
Co-produced, and it's got Ghibli all over it, man.
Yeah, because I'm looking at like one of the screenshots, and there's a little sidekick character who looks like one of those weird imps that Studio Ghibli puts in all of their movies.
Yes, exactly. It looks really good, man. It's a beautiful cel-shaded game, developed by the same guys as Rogue Galaxy. Who would have thought we would have 2 games by level 5 on the show? And yeah, it just looks charming as hell. And I think also kind of like Rogue Galaxy, I think it's also kind of dark. I don't know because I didn't play it, but I feel like, you're a kid, your mom dies in the beginning or something, and it just sparks you on this grand adventure in this whimsy Ghibli world, man.
Okay, yeah. Second sentence of the plot synopsis. While trying out a new vehicle designed by his friend Philip, Oliver almost drowns.
Oh.
But is saved by his mother, Allie. However, she immediately dies from heart problems after saving him. So this is not a happy game.
No, but come on, man. That Ghibli, it just looks so happy, and yeah, man. I really should play this. I from what I remember hearing about it, it's long, which as a now full-grown adult, is time is a commodity for me. Like, I just tend to not throw down on things unless I know for sure I'm gonna really love them. But then again, I mean, shit. I've played so many hours of shitty online games that I should have taken 30 hours for Ni no Kuni. Yeah, man, Johnny, you're awfully quiet. What do you think about cel-shaded anime themed RPGs for the PlayStation 3? It's your forte, right?
Oh, dude, this is my favorite thing. That's all I play exclusively. Is
Bro.
I don't know why, but that joke will never get old to me.
Yeah, just throwing Johnny under the bus for stuff we know he hasn't played. Yeah.
Well, also how incredibly specific John's thing has become. Because before it's like GameCube, that's your thing, right? It's games based off cartoon characters. That's totally your thing, right? Studio Ghibli animated RPGs on the PlayStation 3. That's your favorite, right?
Right. Got Johnny pretty pinned down. He likes Sonic and he likes Studio Ghibli RPGs for the PlayStation 3. Yeah, I know what this guy likes, man.
You
I've
got
known
me.
Johnny a long time.
You got me,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I was just looking up on how long to beat, and it says it takes like 46 hours for the main story, a little more for extras, and then like 93 hours to 100%. And I'm like, shit, man, I could fork over 2 full days of my life to play this game. Like, it's about time. And I think there's a sequel coming out soon. Like, I think they kind of
Cool.
surprisingly announced a sequel, which is pretty fucking great. Like, games like this need sequels. Because guys like me don't take notice of them.
Apparently, there's multiple games in the series, just not many released outside of Japan.
Ah, that makes sense. Jerks. Thinking guys like me don't want to play Ni no Kuni just because we buy it once and never play it. Come on. Level 5, Studio Jibs.
Where the hell did you get that idea? Jeez.
I'm an expert. Now, David, you should be Googling where the cat is in this game.
Well, shout out once again to Justin in the chat. He says that if he remembers, the cat in this game is a giant cat. So I'd assume it's some kind of enemy character. Like some massive cat.
See, the simple Googling of Ni no Kuni cat comes up with King Tom. He's the king of Ding Dong Dell, and he's a large anthropomorphic cat. And he's a cat and he's a king. And from the look of him, he looks like he's probably an asshole. He
definitely has. Cat. I mean, I don't want to be judgmental of cat people, but he kind of has that asshole look.
I do like aliases. His Meowjesty. I mean. Come on, man. Well done, Dell, translators.
Is Ding Dong Dell a Dell filled with Hostess snacks? Because that would be great.
It's just a cat on a pile of ho-hos. That's why he's so fat.
He soon chased down his nemesis, King Hickory Dock of the Mice. This game is too damn charming.
Damn it! You didn't make that up. That's actually from the game page, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Son of a bitch.
I'm definitely next cat I ever get in my life. It's gonna be. He's named his Meowjesty for sure.
Yeah. Your Meowjesty.
I'm gonna have to take him to the vet and be like, "It's your Meowjesty."
Yeah. Oh, you gotta do it part Jermaine Jackson and part cat. Fucking Jermaine Jackson, his kid named Jer Majesty, so just Jer Meowjesty. You really like Jermaine Jackson, huh? Yes, I do. Oh God. Yeah, man. Ni no Kuni is fucking cool, and like I said, one of my greatest gaming shames because. Yeah, just Googling pictures of it. It just looks like a fucking Ghibli movie, but it takes 46 hours and you have to play it. That sounds fantastic. That's just great. I guess I never really put it together that Level 5 pretty much develops cell shaded, awesome looking games. They made them some Ni no Kuni. They made them the Rogue Galaxy series. After Rogue Galaxy, they went on and did the Professor Layton stuff. They just
Level 5 did Professor Layton, didn't they?
Yeah, so they make fucking amazing and charming cell shaded, cartoony games. I'm gonna have to play more of their stuff. So yeah, Ni no Kuni, fucking cool, and looking forward to that sequel. I say as a guy who has never played the first one, but I think it's
I'm sure you can play the sequel and not be lost at all.
Exactly, man. It doesn't.
Sequel to a 45-hour JRPG. Nah, story's not important. You'll be fine.
No barriers to entry whatsoever. You just drop right into this complicated ass cartoon world, and you know exactly what's going on. That's why I picked up Blaze Blue in just the 4th entry in the series. I don't need to know anything about it. I know all I need to know. I can download a cat. We're good to go. Right? Right.
You wouldn't download a cat. Yes, I would.
Yeah, I would download the shit out of a cat. Are you kidding?
Can we please get the episode title, Download the Shit Out of a Cat?
You wouldn't download a cat. If I could download the shit out of my cat so I didn't have to scoop the litter box, would do it. Oh yeah, that's a fucking terrible joke. Johnny, calculated computer.
Oh God. Hold on, I had to do a bunch of typing and I had to kill my soundboard. I forgot to pull it up. Hold on.
Yum 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 yum.
My soundboard always takes like 30 seconds to come up for some reason.
Meow.
It's not. God damn it, soundboard.
You can play that other cat sound I got. Forgot to play that during my game.
What is that?
Does it sound familiar? So, Howling Wolf or
Oh,
Twilight
I forgot
Princess?
what your game was. I was sitting there thinking about like Nino Kuni and Rogue Galaxy and like all the cute like Ghibli games. And this is just like Wolfhound. What the hell is
Right.
It's been a long episode, man.
Yeah. Way back at the beginning of the episode, I used a wolf game instead of a cat game, and I meant to play that sound.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps.
Space!
Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is... John Regan.
Well done, John.
Classic Johnny win.
Yeah. Johnny wins when the guy who fucking was leading the show dropped out of the show. So a classic John Regan win. Great game, John. You had a great showing. You shared your game with one of our requesters, and we talked about John from fucking Garfield drinking dog cum. It was great. That gets you a win in my book.
I didn't even think about that. Like John shared his game with the requester. He won and did literally the bare minimum.
Yeah, didn't even pick his own game this week. That's the Game That Tune way, baby.
Yep.
But yeah. So what do you got in mind for next week, there, Johnny?
I'm playing a different game. So I really want to say free play, but I'm guessing you don't have a free play jingle loaded up.
I mean, I can just play a bunch of fucking cat noises. Ain't a thing. So, do you want to do a free play?
Let's do a free play because we also still have to figure out what we're actually doing next week.
Free play coming up.
Meow 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 meow.
Deal with it. Sometimes you just freestyle something and it just works out. But yes, man, time for another free play. I'm very happy about that. I was going to say whoever wins tonight should just declare a free play. It's going to be a good one. But great game tonight. A lot of fun games featuring cats. Even if you don't play as the cat, there are plenty of games in which a cat makes an appearance. So yeah, man, classic stuff. Great tunes, a lot of fun tonight. And thank you to everybody for watching and listening along with us. Thank you to those who watch with us live. We're live Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/GameThatTune, YouTube.com/GameThatTune, and Facebook.com/GameThatTune. We got a lot of great chatter in the chat room tonight. We had the chat room confirm our final answer for us tonight. So we got some great fans, man. Thank you to all you guys. You should check out patreon.com/GameThatTune. It's the home of fun exclusives. We got monthly mixtapes. We've got what else do we have there? We got monthly mixtapes and I don't know, what else do we have? John, help me out. Shit, I'm dying here.
We have the GTT rap and other fun things as we think of them.
And more importantly than the mixtapes, you just want to throw us some love. You want to show us some love, support us. Thanks to your help, we're running our 24/7 video game music live stream on YouTube. We're upgrading equipment, and we're having a blast, and we appreciate it. So thank you to everybody who goes to patreon.com/GameThatTune. Specifically, thank you to our Patreon super fan tier producers, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, and Andrew Oliver. You guys are fantastic. And you can follow us. You can hit us up with requests. We had a lot of requests tonight. We love getting requests. You can shoot us an email, gamethattune@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter @gamethattune, and send us a message there. Shout us out. We love interacting with people. And yeah, you can send us your requests individually. You can find me on Twitter at jgangsta187. Find John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan Jr.
Yep, you can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
Yep, and you can find Jesse Moore on Twitter at Sega_legend, wherever he is. He'll be there. And yeah, Johnny, you got the bonus tunes, man. Take us home tonight.
Bonus tunes. Oh man. So I
Skatska.
Oh, close. I picked basically just one of the greatest maybe not the greatest, but one of the biggest cat game phenomenons. I picked the music from Neko Atsume.
Yes.
Excellent. Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Garfield Caught in the Act is copyright 1995 Sega Games Company Limited and Paws Incorporated. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is copyright 2006 Nintendo of America Incorporated. Rogue Galaxy is copyright 2005 Level 5 Incorporated and Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated. Mega Man 5 is copyright 1994 Capcom Company Limited. Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger is copyright 2008 Arc System Works Company Limited. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is copyright 2013 Level 5 Incorporated.